Yo, what is up, everyone? Today we are going to talk about early charge blade builds that you can make for MR1 to MR4. This build is going to be using nothing but Rarity 8 gear, a Rarity 8 weapon, and a really crappy talisman. It's actually really difficult to make this build because of the limitations and the amount of slots that I had to work with, but I was able to make actually a really good charge blade build. So let's check it out. So, with this build, depending on your talisman, depending on whether or not you have access to already 9 gear, you will have up to 7 crit eye, 4 attack boost. The better rarity 9 gear you get, the more attack boost you'll eventually get, and potentially be able to add things like guard and guard up. But anyways, you'll have 3 crit boost, 3 weakness exploit, 3 artillery, which will increase your file damage, 2 focus, which is mostly a support skill, but a very important one for charging your files faster. And the rest of the perks are just miscellaneous perks. Let's get into the armor and weapons. I recommend starting early on to either go with the Kimura Charge Blade or with the Iron Ore. I would say early on, the Iron Ore one is better, but in the long term, Kimura is better, so I have that one equipped here. It should be noted in the Kimura charge blade I have slotted in a focus plus deco, which is a focus level 4. So they give me 2 focus. That only to get that, you just need to kill the roly-poly monster. I forget what it's called, like Vividron or something. Get that, and you can craft the level 4 focus deco. They'll give you 2 focus. The Yukumo Sky. Slight correction with this. I initially thought that this was from a follow request because I've been obsessed with telling people to do their follow request, but it's actually from this quest here. It's an MR2 quest called A Dangerous Dare. It comes actually from that quest out of the Yukumo Sky. So you should still do your follow requests because you get really interesting gear and weapons from them, but this is where it actually comes from. So just a slight correction on that. So yeah. Yukumo Sky helmet has 2 crit eye and a 2 slot. Now, the Ingot Mail, you can actually get this before the Nargacuga Mail if you don't have it, but the Ingot Mail essentially has the same value as Nargacuga Mail. Nargacuga Mail is, I would say, definitely better, but until you get that one, Ingot Mail, for all the builds I've been showing off, actually works in place. And this place has 2 crit eye, a 3 slot. Renplos braces, those are those little triceratop-like herbivores you see on the sandy plains in the very start. And then the lava caverns when you go over to the right. That's how you get the parts of this. This has 2 artillery and 2 level 2 slots. It also has load shell, so if you're making Gunlance build, these arms are also really good too. So these arms have incredible value. I'm actually wondering if you'll actually find better arms in this later on to make a Gunlance or a Charge Blade build because they just have such good value. Baggy Coils is for some attack and level 2 slot. Ingot Greaves, everyone's favorite best in slot boots. 2 attack, 2 crit eye. You will need for this build 3 crit boost decos, 3 weakness exploit, and of course the level 4 deco here, the focus 2. The talisman is just a really crappy talisman, 2 level 2 slots, and you'll be good to go. Remember, the better talisman you have, probably be able to squeeze in that extra crit eye that I'm missing from this build. I thought about swapping out this deco here for the crit eye, so I could have 7. But honestly, the 2 focus is a lot more important, so that's why I went with that over the crit eye. But if you have a better talisman, or if you're using a slightly better gear, you can easily get the 7 crit eye and have more attack. So I don't recommend doing a full attack build either way. There are some charge blade builds that just go 7 attack and that's it, and just do file damage. But there's really not much to slot in besides attacks, so I wouldn't recommend it. As far as elemental stuff, I wouldn't recommend that till endgame, when you have the monster parts to make them. But yeah, I hope everybody liked this build. It was hard to make. I know I'll be able to make a better one. I'll make a better one later on with a better charge blade and better armor parts. But until then, this build will be good for MR1 to MR4 as you get better pieces. So thank you everyone for watching. If you liked this video, you found it informative, you enjoyed the build, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe even. And you can find me on twitch.tv/AMSO5 every day, streaming and making builds and carding a lot. So thank you guys for watching. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow with another build, and endgame stuff will come very, very soon in the next few days. I know everybody's been waiting anxiously for all my endgame builds, but be patient. You will see them soon. So until next time, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night and happy hunting.